and there's no real room for flair or grandiose gameplay. You have to be very consistent. And as we are going to go to what I think is Skyworld Omega, yeah, we're gonna see just how consistent Luma winds up being in the face of Dgraham and their Lucas.
Yeah, the Skyloft, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for that Skyward Sword HD remaster. For those who might be interested in that, totally understand why you wouldn't be. We're here, though. We go with Luma against Dgraham513 here.
Oh, that's like the one. That's like the one reaction that made it to my stream highlights video. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, it's already looking pretty HD here in Ultimate. And speaking of HD, you're gonna see that GIMP right there in HD, man. I gotta tell you, haven't commentated this much Lucas since the early days of quarantine, my friend. This is giving me a little PTSD, but swinging for the fences in the ballpark right there, looking like Lucina getting a little bit of her own spring training practice in this time around. This matchup is generally considered in the favor of Lucina, man. If you're a PK kid, your biggest threat or your biggest bane, as a lot of them will tell you, are the sword characters, the ones with the disjoints that could just keep you at bay. But my God, none of that distance matters if you're going to keep getting bounced around like it's your birthday. My God, Luma having a hard time eating 71% against this Lucas right here, unless the tables can turn, Stu.
Yeah, Luma. I'm not even seeing this Luma on Smash data, weirdly enough. There's like 4 of them, and none of them play Lucina. So, trying to figure that out, but nevertheless, this one is pretty darn consistent and swinging away at Lucas, who's trying to mix up their recovery as much as possible, but, oh, really went for it all with the up smash. That's a strange call, but I also kind of wonder maybe they were looking for F tilt there. I feel like that would have done it.
Maybe, but I mean, inputting up smash as a misinput for forward tilt is that's a very precise misinput, my friend. There's the forward tilt. No up smash coming out that time on the part of Luma. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, he decided to he didn't really wait for the lag. Got a little greedy right there and just tried to swing where Lucas was rather than where he knew he was going to be. That's a prime example of why sometimes it's better to just wait another second for where they're going to be. And speaking of waiting, my God, swinging for the fences in the middle of the stage like that. Dgraham513. I got to tell you, I think you need to be 513 years old to charge an up smash in the middle of the stage right that. Something's going on up there with a couple screws loose to go for an option like that when you're down an entire stock and now down an entire game. My God, the Lucina and Luma taking the first game against Dgraham.
And you were alluding to that, you were alluding to the baseball reference. I mean, sometimes you can swing for the fences like that, but the thing is that is very high risk, high reward. What do those big home run hitters do often? They strike out. That's just how it is when you're talking about taking those deep cuts. So you got to play a little bit of small ball. You got to work your way up. You got to be consistent. Got to make sure that you are hitting your target consistently. And that's really what Luma was able to do a little bit better. As we're going to go to small battlefield for game number 2, it might be best for this Lucas to concentrate a little bit more on the neutral and not get threatened when this Lucina starts to jump up. That's where you need to be the most patient, is in the face of those ever-consistent aerials that Lucina provides.
And it's so interesting because depending on your playstyle, small battlefield can actually very much promote a lack of patience, Stu. This is, you know, for all lack of better terms and intents and purposes, one of the smaller stages that we currently have in our current legal rule set of Smash Bros. Ultimate. So unless you're just walking into forward smashes like that, it's going to be interesting. My God, I've never seen a person more smash attack happy in my damn life. Charging an up smash in the middle of the level against a Lucina, my friend. You're wild for that one, thinking you're not going to die for that one, Dgraham. My word. Again, just does he think he's playing Mario? That's my honest question. Where there's just laglets.
Makes you wonder, right? When you're talking about Dgraham, who's been just wiling out, taking these, again, yeah, you're taking a lot of deep cuts, but it feels like a lot of desperation more than anything else. Luma has been very consistent, and, you know, that's the thing. You can wind up and swing big, but they know exactly what you're going for, and they can just jump out of the way of that up smash. That's why Luma is kind of taking you to school, man. You best start learning.
Look, all I gotta tell you is that Lucas... He's loyal,
Man.
man. He's absolutely loyal because all I'm seeing from Dgram right now are commitments, my friend. Smash attack again and again!
Yeah.
My
Oh,
God, it's
man.
just like, I don't know if he's got Smash Stick on, but I don't know if just yellow is his favorite color or what have you, but it's going to be pretty much the end of the game for him right here unless he can drift back to the stage, and he does. Luma, of course, going for that edge guard, which is very easily susceptible if you have a disjoint, and easy to make it back as well with Lucina's immense recovery. But my God, this is already looking like a wrap with how hard this Lucas has been committing. And once again, up smash, yep, I could call it right then and again, but the percentage was a little too high on the part of Luma. But she was up 3 stocks, taunting for their pleasure as well. No commitments on the part of this Lucina. Full confidence on the swings and falsehoods coming out from the Lucas player and Dgram right there. My God, that was... I counted 513 up smashes, Stu.
Yeah, that's it's probably for the best that Graham did not take a stock, because I feel like this is a very immature player, and the stocks that they would have taken just feels like that would have been Luma on an overcommitment and not really earned by D Graham. You know what I mean? Like that's just it's a learning experience for Graham. You know, I hope that they don't take that too personally, just because. I don't know, man. It didn't seem like they were willing to work for the potential success that those smash attacks provide. Because, yes, obviously, it is a busted good up smash. Obviously, that F smash can get a lot of mileage on it. But that's... you have to earn that. And that's the thing about Lucas. You can't really just cheese your way... And really, that's the thing about every character in the game. You can't just cheese your way into these stocks. It's a game that is centered around movement, and you have to get your opposition to get into range of those smash attacks, and you have to be able to set up for that. Dgram needs to learn that if they want to move on with this game, because otherwise you're going to keep running into Lucinas who are able to play their game, play the most bread and butter way they possibly could, and that's kind of going to be how your online tournament life goes.
I feel like Dgram is now... I feel like this player was the exception